Yes, hello everyone. Hope you are doing well. So we are another day on the yes. Uh, Thankfully, I don't work today, so I'm gonna have plenty of time to analyze and work together. So basically, let's start. Let's dive right into it. And now let's analyze the high time frame chart, so we can do our hypos. Okay. Okay. So now we see the high time frame charts. We've seen there's been a rejection as I was expecting to, from the DVA low, and as I think there's a downtrend, and on this yearly previous DVA VWAP, the big investors started taking profits and cover shorts, and that's why I think that the prices went up for a little bit. But here we see there was a rejection at the yearly DVA low. You can see the same on the yearly chart, and now it's testing the quarterly previous DVA VWAP on the fourth quarter. And I think the projection is to go down and test and go right at this level. So which is basically 55.50, just the lows of this quarter. It's gonna go again down and test it, I guess. It's my hypo. We see also like the DVA low is in confluence with the monthly VWAP and the monthly previous DVA VWAP of the September, which is all bearish factors. So that's why we saw a big rejection during the ETH session. Uh, so what we expect to see is price to dive right into it, like below. So continue. So I expect a continuation to the downside, with a prospection in the future to go and test these lows again, the 55.65. On the weekly chart, we see price rejection at the 1.5, went back into the previous DVA of the second week of the September 24, where there's another confluence here you see. So you see this the third week of the August is at the same point as the previous quarterly VWAP right here. So we price to stop there. So we see on the weekly chart, price had already crossed the VWAP and is heading to the downside. If we cross this VWAP, the previous quarterly VWAP, then the path is clear to go to the downside and test this high, 56.78 of the weekly previous of the third week of the August. So basically, what I'm expecting to see is price to test and break the quarterly VWAP and heading downside to test the 56.78 right at this point. Okay, so this is my site. This is the monthly. So I expect either to find some on the VPOC, some sort of support. So we expect on the upper side, I don't think there's going to be any upper side. We may see in the future some kind of rejection to this side, and then maybe try again another push to the high. Okay, so the market is about to open now in a few minutes. And I'm just gonna set my high time frame settings. which you can see on the, yeah, so you see my high time frame now. Uh, so basically we're expecting to test this one. I need to adjust the VWAP and the VPOC. These are all static ones. So I expect price to test this one and go even lower. Unless it manages to push above the weekly previous EVA high, and that in that case, I expect to see another test of this zone again. So basically my hypo for today, at least for the first part, is if it goes to the highs, we're gonna see something like that. If price continues, it may continue within the range, something like that, which I really doubt is gonna happen. And then we can see on the lower scenario is price to come down, cross the DVV VWAP or this one, go down. There's another possible scenario, a bullish scenario again. And in that case, we may see price come down, do a failed breakout on the weekly previous DVA VWAP, and then heading to test the highs. So I'm gonna be waiting for this. This is a very plausible scenario. Okay, so now I'm just gonna adjust my levels and get ready for the session. Okay, I think the market just opened and we see some, it's going to retest the quarterly now. So I'm just gonna adjust some of my levels. So we have the weekly VPOC, which is at 56, 50, 60, 70, and so that's the weekly 50, 60, 70. Okay, we did this. And then we have also to adjust the monthly VWAP, which is at 5750. Okay, so which is at the 5750, 5750. Okay, I'm gonna check the yearly DVLO again, 57, 5780, 5780, and 75. Okay, then we go for the yearly. Okay, we see some initial reaction from the quarterly, but nothing big so far. Just remember, because the quarterly, the VWAP, the previous, has been tested very many times, I'm expecting to see some breakdown, some failed breakdown, and then reclaim. So I'm just not going to re-enter now, unless it breaks above this level here. And then, in which case, I can take the one to the VWAP with a possible continuation higher to test the yearly. So today, if it goes to the upside, I'm expecting to see a retest of the monthly VWAP, which is here, or even the test of the actual test of the yearly DVLO, because it hasn't been tested yet. So the price left a gap here, which may come and take it today and cover it. Okay, I will try now to also write the Mancini's letters, the Mancini's levels. So I have some downtime now. So Mancini basically says that if we manage to recover the 5750, then we could be looking at the 5770. Yeah, 5770 is around here. 5795, 5795 is about here to 580, it's about here. Then 5885, this is about the quarterly high. We see so the price is failing for now to break the weekly DVA high. So this one has moved. The weekly DVA high has moved, and the new coordinates are 57, 24, and 84. Okay, has moved a little bit higher. And there's also the weekly VPOC, which I need to put in, which is the 5706. 5706 and 25, around that one. So this is a VPOC now. I'll write it as well. So it's good to have it as well. So the weekly VPOC may play a significant role and keep the price lower. And we may see some choppiness around here because we see the VPOC is trying to push the price down, but the quarterly and the weekly VWAP may kind of like trap them inside, and we may see some, choppiness in this area, which I'm not willing to trade. So in this case, because we saw that weekly DVA has moved, I'm looking to take a long, not from here as I was planning initially, but from the weekly DVA high, so price can clear a little bit here, and I can take from the weekly DVA high to the VWAP with some caution in this area, It's basically around 14 points here and another 14 here. If it goes up. If it goes to the downside, then I'm looking to be shorting from the weekly previous DVA high of the third week of August towards the weekly previous DVA VWAP of the second week. This is the lowest point so far for the week we've seen. So in that case, I'm just gonna draw another hypo. Yeah, so in that case, I'll be looking something like either flush and recovery or straight up to the upside where we are, and then as I said, there's another, if we see some rotational here, we could see something like that, or on the downside, if we break below something like this, that would be my first target. So in the bear case tomorrow, Mancini says that it begins below the 56.99, which is, yeah, it's about here. But for me, as I said, it goes below here because we have the quarterly which holds the price. So I'm just gonna draw my Mancini's letters. So we have 735. Yeah, Mancini says the same thing that the buyers needs to reclaim the 5750s, which is the monthly VWAP, and we need to see some acceptance above, and that will be their first victory. But that takes time. Okay, we see the buyers are trying to push higher now. They tried to break out of this sideways action we had during the overnight session, that squeeze. And also, I'm gonna draw the previous day DVA. Okay, so the previous day DVA is right here. So we see price some initial reaction from there. As I said, these are like bearish level until the 57.25. Now we're just trying to break the VWAP, the intraday VWAP, which is there. The price broke above the structure and now is testing the weekly previous DVA high. And then we have the weekly DVA high, which is bearish as well. It has broken above the VWAP and the value area high. So you see it broke above the value area high. Ideally, what I want to see is break above the VWAP. Either break above, this will be a nice level to either break above or just trade the to the downside. Okay, we see the price is trying to break above the weekly previous DVA high. Would be nice to take a long here. If it wasn't the weekly DVA high, I could have possibly considered it. Now we see some kind of rejection. Could be temporary though. This reminds me of the chart. So basically, what I want to see is breaking above here. But here there's a lot of levels, because if we go here, then we get into the seller's area territory. If I don't enter here early and we have a big to the upside, which looks like it, I think now's the right time to enter. If we go to the upside, I may consider enter two contracts initially and take one, and then take one to the DVA high. Okay, price clearly now trying to get, it's trying to push, but you see all these absorptions. We see how price tries to goes up and then boom, suddenly goes down again. This big resistance. Yeah, I don't really like the price action, because as you can see, there's no clear bullish. It goes up, the sellers are pressing, go down again. Uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna enter now. Also some clear action. They plan to take here some so I plan to take one contract here, and the other one I'm just gonna trail it. Here's the intraday, the previous DVA high. We're just above the weekly DVA high now, so I think it was the right moment to enter. Even though the gains are not great because I just missed the VWAP. But we'll see how it goes. It may go far away. So the monthly VWAP is at 57.50s, so basically around here. Okay, the buyers are showing some real strength now, which is very good. We are already 2.5% up, and my intention is to hold to take it to the VWAP. If we get accepted above the VWAP, then I'll consider entering again or trail it. So just gonna cover now. Okay, we see some really nice price action now. Some real strength from the bulls. Insane candle to the upside. Minor pullbacks only, which gives me the idea that it wants to test again the VWAP, but with real strength now. Let's see if we're gonna continue. The volumes are right. I'm just gonna cover just in case it retraces. I'm just gonna cover again my backs. Because I don't want to leave 4 points of profits. If it goes to the upside, that's fine. Okay, we see it's heading to the upside now. When it goes in a good distance, I'm just gonna trail it. So very good. We see some absorption, but price is still very strong. Price action. I'm just gonna cover below the previous. We're really nice now. We're around 5% for the day. I'm gonna hold it a little bit because the price action is insane. My stop loss is at a good point below the active bar, so and below the support level now. So the price action is indeed insane. I haven't seen anything like that. I saw only yesterday when we broke the weekly DVA high. Okay, buyers are showing real strength now. We see lots of volume coming. We see also some resistance at these levels. Okay, I trail it here. I'll tell you why I put it here. I'm gonna trail it more now, more actively, and cover some more base. Now I'll put my stop at the previous closing candle. So this one, I decided to put my sell limit here because there is this section here. It was this structure here, so I decided to put it below. And I got taken out now. Price may continue, but I was happy enough. I was happy enough to take almost 6%, 6.5%. So I'm 6.5% up for the day. And I risked only a minimum. So I'm just waiting now to see. I'm gonna put an alert above the VWAP, and just in case we break above the VWAP, or if we fell below again, we'll see. I was expecting some sellers here because it's the structure, it's the base structure that's the ceiling of what happened overnight. So I decided to take my profits below it and exploit the maximum. Just doing a quick review, I think my entry was alright. It was a little bit above the VWAP here, but it was decent because I didn't want to mess around the weekly previous DVA high. I just was waiting to break above. So my entry around here is, I think it was decent. We see some pullback now at the DVA high, and probably will continue higher. I'm gonna continue to put some more of my resistance levels to the upside, and I'm just gonna put an alert on my high time frame chart and see the price action from there. We may have a strong pullback there, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we put an alert. %6 is decent, but to be honest, if it wasn't the weekly DV high, there was like a more clear path, and it wasn't the like intraday also like DVA high, I could have put some more size, but I didn't want to risk it that much. But 6% for the day is very decent. But we'll see. I'm sure we're gonna have many other opportunities to get engaged. Now we see like price is retesting these levels. The one we just our trade was taken out. This is the overnight high, and here we have another high time frame, and right here is the weekly DVA low. So this is an area of bearish context, all this area. So I'm not looking to get engaged anymore. Because a candle is way overextended. One reason. Second reason, I'm in a bearish context now until 57.80s. So until basically until here, all this is a bearish area. If we get accepted above the yearly DVA high and within it, then yeah, by all means, just I'll be looking to get engaged. But remember, we have to choose our battlefield. We have to choose uh, which areas is the best for us, like in favors us to get engaged. And that's one of the privileges we have. Yes, we have we have great freedom with trading and everything. We can do, we can cover out any size we want in theory and anywhere we want. But the fact is, to do better and to do well in this business, we have to choose our battles. We have to choose our entries and choose our exits. Take our profits, go home, come for the next day, So, so we'll see. I'm not interested in yet. We may see a pullback now, or we may see such choppy action. It's the monthly previous DVA VWAP of the September one. So basically, just to do a quick review, I entered the 57.23. Yeah, just entered here above this level, which was alright because I could have seen some choppy action inside, and then to get all the way here, 57.32, and the other one was, yeah, the other one was around here, 57.40, 57.41. Yeah, just above here. Yeah, we got almost all the movement here. We just missed a few points, basically like 3 points, but that's all right. So basically, if we look at the high time frames, Yeah, so basically, if we look at the high time frames, I'm gonna show you now. If we look at the high time frames, basically we saw the quarterly previous DVA VWAP was playing a great role because it was yesterday's during the FOMC. It held the price, just wait, got trapped, and then we saw that big move to the upside. It was tested again almost to the tick, and today it didn't go exactly as my hype. I was expecting some failed breakdown and then recovery, but it just went almost exactly to the tick. But yeah, it was almost identical of my hypos. If we don't break above, we may see some price action. If we don't break above, we may see some price action going sideways like this in a big range, massive range of almost 50 points. Or we may see a breaking above the the yearly DVA low. Or another scenario is to fail again, go any higher than this, price retrace, and then finally test breaks that level, which has been tested multiple times and is now quite weak, even though it has been like tested numerous times in the past, but still holds. And yeah, that's another scenario, breakdown again, and continue lower. But this scenario is not supported at the moment because we see the price action, we see the bulls are quite strong at the moment. We saw we saw now some really nice price action. So you know. So basically the price just tested the previous level, the weekly DVA high, is now heading to test the actual monthly VWAP. So I see the price is very eager to try it and test the yearly DVA low. But that's the moment of truth. When it gets there, what's gonna do? It's gonna see a big rejection to the downside again, or we're gonna see some acceptance and then test the quarterly previous DVA high. And that's the thing. And be aware, we haven't seen any major pullback, which is very awkward. There was a big bullish momentum, almost of almost 45 points from the bottom, almost in a straight line, which is not normal. So I'm expecting to see some major pullback before we can actually break this yearly DVA low. I'm not sure I'm gonna get involved anymore. Uh, as I've made some good profits for the day. Uh, we'll see. We'll see. If I see something really good, I may get involved. But to be honest, I might take some paper trading for the rest of the day, just to practice a while. Sorry, just to practice a little bit, and then I'm going to spend the rest of my day just during the day. I need to do a weekly review of the previous week, which I haven't done yet. I'm gonna be here until for the next hour to comment on the price action and my opinion and say my what I believe. Uh, but I'm not gonna be trading on my actual trading on my actual account. Okay, you see price action now. It doesn't do any real pullbacks to be honest. Just very minor, just stalling. Yeah, just stalling here. Uh, that's why I said it's very bullish today. But yeah, we'll see when we get to the yearly DVA low how it's gonna be. We're testing the overnight low as well, which is a major level. Yeah, so I logged into the paper trading account and see I may trade the yearly if it goes to that. Okay. Price action is insane. I will see how far the buyers gonna go because I'm pretty sure they're gonna run out of steam before they even try the yearly DVA low. That's the way they go. So we're on a technical level now. Basically, we're just trying to cross above the monthly VWAP. We crossed it. We just try to establish it. And the next target is the weekly previous DVA low. Now we're testing the highs of the week, and let's see how it's gonna go. Okay, the buyers have a lot of strength. They keep going on. Just goes above the monthly VWAP now, pretty much easily. But as I said, I'm not looking at getting interested in buying here. I may, if we break above the overnight high, and we do some sort of building, some structure or some pullback, I may enter and try until the yearly DVA low, which is around here, basically around here. But also below, we have the weekly previous DVA low here. So this is also like a bearish area. The whole area here is bearish in theory because we see that the buyers are really pushing it today. Okay, we found some resistance at the overnight low. So something else. Let me show you. So we see here, as I said, we're at the highs of the week. But what I saw is the yearly DVA low is basically in almost the same area as the weekly previous DVA low. You see that weekly from the third week of September. So basically, if we break this level, we saw we tested it before. So yeah, we're not at the highs of the week. The highs of the week is basically the exact level of the weekly previous DVA low, which is a 57.73. So if we manage to break within it and within the DVA low, that's a good area. That's a good area to go long. basically from the 5781, 5781 and above. But yeah, we'll see how it's gonna go. We're now seeing some relatively significant just rejection. Significant, it's not significant, but it's like significant during the circumstances that the buyers are extremely bullish today. So yeah, 5750s. So basically this area is the first target of the Mancini, and then he says possible second target is 5770. If it goes any higher, it's around 5770 is around here, just before the weekly period DVA low. That's the second target. And then it's the 5795. 5795 is above the yearly. That's the third target, 5795 to 580. Yeah, there's no high time frame here. It's probably like a technical level. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the targets just visually. So the first one is 5750s, which we hit it. So I'm just gonna put it here. I'm just gonna put it in this area. So this is target one, which we just hit it before. Second target is, as we said, 5770. Fifty-seven 70. So this is target two. Okay. We'll see now some pullback at the VWAP, which is okay to do. If it holds and we cross the technical level here, I'm just gonna go in. But yet again, I'm with my paper trading. I don't think I'm gonna enter today with my account. So this is second target, and the third target is the 5795, basically this area. Okay, that's it. So Yeah, okay, let's see now if it's gonna hit all these targets or we're gonna see some big retracement and then, yeah, we see now that rejection from the overnight high. Okay, the price we see re-entering, so I'm just gonna go in with my paper trading and I'm just gonna buy 3 contracts, let's say, for example. Just gonna play my stop loss just below the swing. And I'm gonna take profits gradually. So this is my first target here. Okay, this is my first target. Sell limit 1. Actually, I'm gonna sell 70% of my selling in there, and the rest I'm just gonna trail it. The other target is about here, basically. Okay, we broke above. We're trying to, at least. We're trying to. Actually, I'm gonna put my stop loss just a little bit below the DVA high, just in case. I'm just gonna leave some space here. Okay, we see the prices just broke above the overnight high. Mancini said that he took the trade. Mancini said that he went as he said that 56.90s 88 held, so we just logged if that level would hold 56.85, then we would see price breaking above the 57.20s. That's as it was done, and then he locked up profits around the 57.45, around this place area here. Yeah. I took my profits a little bit early because I had the monthly previous DVA VWAP just in case. As you saw in this area, we had some pullbacks again here. Yeah, that's it for the day basically. Mancini left a runner. As I said, I'm not a fan of runners at the moment. If when in the future I have my own account and have a very good cushion and everything, then it would be nothing for me to leave one runner up. But since my account is small and it's limited, I don't want to risk any pullbacks or anything. But it's good. But it's good to to trade with your to do some paper trading just to practice. The price is stalling for some reason. There's no level here or no high time frame as far as I can see. No, there's nothing there. Just some bears from the high time frames above, just pressing. We'll see. I'm gonna leave my trade, even at the pullbacks, to see how far it's gonna go. Just curious. There must be some stops there, because you see how flat are the wicks on this price exact. And usually these are usually stops from the overnight highs. Just stepping in there. So we need to the buyers need to push through if they want to go any higher. That's why here we may see some form of rejection or a pullback down to this level or this level. Yeah, I was saying we may, if we don't pursue, we may see some rejection to this side, but it seems we are going through just slowly. Okay, I think the buyers now as they're running out of steam. The price action, the tape has gone really slow and the volume has decreased. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we see some very good, rejection there. But don't forget, we're now almost 100 points from the starting point of this rally, uh, with only two pullbacks basically, which is insane. Okay, we see a pullback now. I'm just gonna put it to break even. If we get stopped out, then I can re-enter always here. Yeah, we got stopped out. Cancel the orders. And it was natural because we are, look how far we are. Overnight highs, big areas, rejection up here. So I was expecting to see a pullback, and I'm expecting to see a bigger pullback towards here or even here to the VWAP. Okay, price is holding for now at around 57, 57, 56. So if we see the high time frames now, we see the high time frames. What I'm expecting to see is a pullback either to the monthly VWAP and go higher, or even the DVA high, sorry, the value area high from the VPOC. So I'm expecting to see some retest around here, and then we'll see if it's going to go up. Unless it's very bullish and these SMAs are going to hold the price. Okay, price is trying not to hold. Let's try to go long again, but it's very weak. Okay, it seems that Ceres has stopped retracing. But let's see. We may dip lower. Yeah, if I see sellers getting in the DVA, in the DVA again, right here, I'm just gonna try and short it, at least to the VWAP right here, previous DVA VWAP or the VWAP. And leave it around just in case you wanna come back again. Because it seems that the buyers are running out of steam now. So I'm just waiting to see how it's gonna be like when we test the DVA high. Okay, we're entering now the DVA high, and I'm gonna short it again with 3 contracts. Okay, here we go. And we have the first target. It's gonna be around here, and so I'm gonna take 2 out of my 3 orders. And the other one is going to be around here, which is about the VWAP. And yeah, let's wait and see now how it's going to turn out. Okay, we see price found some found some support at the yearly VA high, and now we'll see how it's gonna go. It's gonna push up or not. Yeah, now price action has went really slow, and there's nothing much. Yeah, so my trade was taken out, and that's it. I did a couple of attempts on the paper trading, just trying to do some practice. Nothing much. We end up the day with a 6.5%, which is okay. It's very decent. And yeah, and yeah, it was according to what we did today was according to the original plan. Let me open it. So basically, just to recap, that was our original hypo. So basically, we traded. Let me show you. Yeah, yeah. So basically, we traded. I didn't want to get into here because we had some bearish. This was kind of like bearish. Even price went through it. I didn't want to enter here. So basically, what I did is just I entered here, and I got up to about here. So basically, it was according to my original hypo. Because it's from a base, did the retest, I was expecting price to go higher. So yeah, it was a really nice trade according to my hypos. Nice scale out. Risk was calculated, so everything okay. Anyway, that was for today. It wasn't nothing exciting. It was just another day in the markets, uh, doing our hypos. And okay, I'll see you next week. Sorry, let's see you tomorrow. And we'll see later in the market. I'm just curious to see how it's going to react to the yearly DVA low if we get there today. Okay, have a nice day, all, and watch out there.